I taught my dog to use talking buttons. What she told me terrified me. Story by you/let's split up. My dog, Cookie, is a high-energy Papillon mix with big furry ears and tufts of long fur, and when I first adopted her I almost returned her because for the first 3 days she wouldn't stop crying. Now, of course, she is my baby. One thing that helped a lot with her energy levels and her constant boredom was the buttons. I'm sure you've seen them, those buttons you record with your voice that dogs can press to say things like food or play or outside. Some people even train their cats with them. Cookie is up to 20 buttons. Sometimes she'll hit nonsense sequences, of course, and she seems to think ouch as a reaction to surprise. Also, I'm not sure if she grasps the emotions mad, sad, and love you. Though on days when I'm curled up on my sofa crying from the stress at work and she hits love you, of course I want to believe she knows what it means. Even if she doesn't, it still makes me feel better. But even though she's imperfect in talking with her paws, Cookie is well trained and intentional, at least with her most tangible ones like outside and food. Though I'll admit it's annoying to be woken in the middle of the night with demands for food, food, food. Anyway. One night, I was woken up by the sound of my recorded voice from the living room. Stranger. This was followed by the pattering of Cookie's little paws, followed by stranger. Outside. I admit, my heart skipped a beat. I lay in bed huddled under the blankets, reluctant to get up and investigate. For a long while, holding my breath, I lay there in silence. I listened to the dog's footsteps meander around in the main room. Finally she pressed food a few times before coming back into the bedroom and curling up in her bed by the nightstand. In the morning, I checked around outside the house, but found no traces of anything unusual. I also did a Google search and laughed when I realized how many people have been spooked by their pets pressing stranger. I also creeped myself out with a story in the Daily Mirror of a woman whose dog pressed cold stranger. According to the article, the woman was spooked by her dog's warnings of this cold stranger in the corner of her living room. But in my case, Cookie wasn't warning me of any ghosts. One morning she hit stranger before running to the door and growling. This was a correct usage of the button, as a UPS driver was outside. When the doorbell rang, she actually barked, something she rarely does. Her hackles raised, tail down and ears flat. I had to apologize to the driver as I accepted the package and Cookie kept rumbling, low and deep in her throat. I told her go away and she skulked off. Behind me somewhere, I heard the button for stranger again. Sorry, I told the driver, who was laughing. She doesn't like strange men. She sounds smart, then. Do those buttons actually work? He was intrigued. Outside. Yeah, she seems to know them pretty well, so. Food. Mad. Sometimes she presses them kinda randomly, too, I admit it. Okay, well, she sounds mad and like she wants food. Have a good day. I don't know what Cookie's history was before being adopted, but she's always been leery of men. At least until they've bribed her with her favorite thing, food. In any case, later that afternoon she pressed stranger again and when I looked outside, there was a turkey in our front yard. That's when it struck me, the other night, Cookie must have seen a raccoon or some other animal that was a stranger to her. But then came the incident that made me rethink everything. I'd just come back from a visit with my parents, and as soon as Cookie and I walked in, her hackles raised. I was unloading bags when I heard stranger. Home. This sent a crawl of icy fingers up my spine. Cookie wasn't growling or barking, but she was unusually alert. Stranger where? I asked. When Cookie just looked at me, I repeated myself. She looked around the room, and then she trotted off to wander through the kitchen, came back out and went down the hall to the bedroom. Came back to me and wandered over to the buttons. Smell. God, the chills I felt then. Did this mean there was a lingering smell of some stranger? Could it have been a strange animal? A squirrel that got in through the window maybe? Or the smell of something